My timeline, February 1st. February 1st, the weekend went really well. I think I recorded yesterday. I don't remember. I had someone come over. We reconnected. It was so much fun. It was nice. It was nice to just, hang out. Hung out all day, did some earthing, had a picnic, laid out, looked at the sky. I mean, it's cloudy, but we made the best of it, and we were just talking and connecting, and it's just so nice, when, I have felt with this person that we were on the same wavelength almost, but like many of my other relationships, there was always an imbalance too, in terms of both of us, how we navigated our connection, and so it was one of those connections that I had to step away from until I regained my balance. And the good thing is that in that process of separation, she too was able to recognize the imbalance that existed between us, and so that was really nice, to get that validation almost, of just that it wasn't just from my end seeing it, that she was able to pick up on it after the fact and acknowledge it, and and it just, we've always had great conversations. Great conversations, and so it just, I'm excited. I'm excited for where our connection was going. And I mentioned that I did a Celtic cross reading for the weekend, and it's funny because her sign came out in that. Her sun sign happens to be my moon sign, which is Capricorn. So I was trying to rack my brain around what it meant, and now in retrospect, it turned out it kind of turned out like it did. But anyways, so this morning, last night I went to bed. Same thing I always do. Like, I'm starting to do that more now. Like, I go to bed and I ask God, okay, God, if there's something that you need to show me, please show me. And if I just knock out, then, I knock out, and thank you for a great day. And I've been knocking out, so that's good in the sense of my sleep. I do wake up feeling a lot more rested. I went to bed a little later last night than I should have, and I was nodding off, and I'm like, okay, I'm good. I got like maybe a good 5-6 hours of sleep, straight sleep, which was nice. I think I felt like I did, but part of me feels like I might have woken up a couple times, but I don't remember. So then I thought, okay, I'm getting more and more of these seeing the light messages, right? So I'm like, I'm gonna meditate more. I'm gonna make sure I make time to meditate and pray. And I didn't get a chance. I know I did my spread yesterday, but I didn't really process the spread because I saw the light, and there was I got tired, and so the process of pulling out the cards got tiring for me. So I took a break from that, and I thought, okay, well, I'll get to it, right? I'll get to it tomorrow, today. And so I made the time. I sat down, I did a prayer, and I started meditating, and sure enough, I see the light. I see the light in the center. It's purple this time. That's the only color that stood out, was purple. It was all purple. It reminded me of that painting I saw. That shade of purple, and then the blackness around too. But then it got brighter. The purple got brighter. So it wasn't just like a central light. It was like the whole horizon almost. And then it became a central light because the waves started occurring. And the waves kind of like, I think I don't remember how it was yesterday's. I want to say it was the same. Where it was like kind of radiating out from just right here, from my viewpoint. It was like right here, and then it was like radiating out, and it was like a gold border radiation, like just radiating out, right? and then it expanded from just the center, expanded all over. So it was like a ripple. It felt like it was a ripple effect. That's what it felt like. Like it was like it was expanding, like it was just like this. And then it was like hitting the sides of it, and then that would hit the side. So it was like this ripple effect where it was just like kind of hitting each other. Yeah, like the waves were just kind of bouncing back from each other. So it felt like it was a ripple effect. And then it would kind of go back here, and it just, then it wasn't so much of like the ripple effect, but it was more of like, it was like just radiating out in different ways, like it, like almost like, so I think the last one, it stayed at the bottom where it was a clear differentiate, like a separation between what I considered the sky and then where the waves are, where it was just radiating, and I felt like it was just saying, just be present, right? Like just glow, like just be who you are. And it just stayed, but it just stayed in like the halfway point. But today's was it started like that, and I thought, oh, it's gonna be the same thing. But then it tripped me out when it started like expanding out, and then it was like impacting each other, like this ripple effect almost. And then the thought came to me when I think it was yesterday, maybe yesterday's video, when I realized the connection between air, right, space, mind, and water being heart space. So this connection between air and water, mind and heart. And so yesterday's was just more of heart space, right? Like just glowing and being who I am from my heart space. Then today it's more of a heart and mind space, right? Heart and mind space. This ripple effect of the that starts from the heart space into the mind. So it's like maybe something that it just speaking from my heart, being like the emotions. Then I got like the impression like it was like there was a connection, like there was a connection between the heart and the mind, because it now permeated into that space, and it was like this back and forth motion, like a ripple. You know, like when you have a thought and it's just like I mean, I get these all the time, where it's just like bing, 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 bing. Like you start off with one thought, and then it reminds you of another, and then it reminds you of another, and then it reminds you of another, right? And then you realize like you've kind of trailed off, and then you're like, crap, where was I, right? And then you're like trying to backtrack until like, so it kind of felt, there was a part of it that kind of felt like that, where it was like, you know, like a ping pong type of, I mean, it wasn't fast, it was like, I mean, it was like slow and gradual, but it was like they were impacting each other, right? Like a ping pong type of motion. So it went from a ripple effect to now a yeah. So then I'm thinking, I heard Dana, Tarot Time with Dana, her weekly message, Zodiac for the week. I heard hers, and I listened to most of them. Like I just let it play sometimes. It's amazing. Again, when you listen to the other signs, like it's just amazing how interconnected we all are. Where it's kind of like a similar message, just slightly different, right? And I mentioned how my card that has all the different signs, right? Your birth chart card or reading, it was just trippy in the sense that it was just like a similar theme throughout all of them. So hopefully I'll remember to put that link for this week for Tara's. And she doesn't put dates on them, so I hope I picked the right one. But the funny thing was that it just seemed like Gemini kept popping up in all of the readings that I was listening to. But there was this theme in what she was talking about, this connection, right, between heart space and mind space, and the mind kind of, you know, like sometimes your worries kind of get the best of us. I mean, I'll be the first one to raise my hand that that's how it happened to me. It actually came out of my tarot for these next few days, where it was the 10 of Cups, worry, and then the Chariot. So it's like emotions, 10 of Cups, abundance, right? And then worry about the past or the future, which was like the 5 of Pentacles, and then the Chariot at the bottom. And so, so that was interesting. And then I was thinking about the video that I was posting, or the video that I posted this morning already talked about self-imposed restrictions, and I was remembering that one when it clicked for me, right? Because there was this continued theme with different people that I was interacting with during the day, different examples of this self-imposed restriction, and the storyline between, you know, someone very close to me that I had reached out, and she had turned me down, saying that she had made another commitment and could not break that commitment, even though she had been staying there for like a few weeks already, right? And I invited her over, and she couldn't. She said, I can't. I'm like, okay. I did my part of extending the olive branch, right? And I just walked away. I'm like, that's your choice. So just reflecting on that, right? And then just reflecting on how it was affecting me at that point in time. So as it's coming out, right, I'm continuing to be open to learning, and I'm like, okay, well, is there something I need to learn about that one? Am I creating a self-imposed restriction where I'm at right now? Oh crap, I ran out of memory. And then the one I'm preparing for tomorrow is more about family and things that I learned about myself, which again, you probably will have already watched. But now I'm wondering, because it's in between, I mean, oh, that's what I had called it. I said, I realize I'm in the in-between, right? And MJ keeps saying, like, there's this period of, or I was in this in-between phase, and that now I need to start taking action. I don't know what that means. But intuitively, it doesn't feel like I need to take action. Intuitively, the waves aren't telling me to take action. It's just to be present. Shine my light. Beacon of light. That's all it's saying. So I'm going to cut it short before it cuts me out. So, guys, have a good one.